Greetings, beloved team of 144, glorious starseeds of light. Thank you all for your beautiful love, your light, your energy, your compassion, and your love. I truly do appreciate each and every one of you on this mission of the Ascension, of the collective, of Gaia, and humanity, and all life in all realms. Today, I feel like what some shamans would say, I feel like I'm burning from the fire from within. It is that divine spark, the Immaculate Conception. And in these final days, I'm going to do my best to speak directly from my heart, to transmit the highest codes into this realm. And on the 15th, I will put all my chi, my essence, my energy, my presence into the field, into the collective, into the grids, into the Akash of Earth, to transmit to all life in all realms the source code, the source love. We are all on mission. When the three angels left my proximity, my field, a new code came in, a new code of connecting to source, connecting to the great mystery, the great spirit, which I will transmit on the 15th. The beginning of this year, it was prophesied by one of our team, a clairaudient brother of light, through his guides and one of my guides, that on August 15th this year, that I would be at 73% chi life force to be able to fulfill my mission here in this story, in this realm. And believe me, what's left of the dark, what's left of the archons, the reptilians, whatever names we want to give to the malevolent beings that have been keeping humanity in prison, they're doing everything in their power to try to stop me, to stop us from this final push, this final breakthrough. But they can't stop us. I read the comments to get your transmissions as best as I can, but I barely even have time to make these videos now through this final push. I have to spend most of my time between working and practicing my arts. Just to keep this avatar in this realm is taking most of my chi life force to keep this vessel positioned in this frequency and these energies. But I've trained for 30 years with many masters, teachers, shamans, sages, sifus, roshis that transmitted their chi, their life into me, so I can fulfill this final mission, which some may be calling Mission Impossible, but that is just breaking the laws of physics, which we have all done in our days. Now, someone commented that the darkness doesn't exist, that it's only in my mind, which, of course, everything is in the mind. We wouldn't be experiencing it if it wasn't in the mind. And by darkness, I talk, or the dark ones, or the malevolent. I'm talking about the beings out there that are corrupt, that are hurting humans, hurting children, and enslaving humanity with their lies, with their systems, with their corruption. And the thing is, we need the dark and the light to manifest this realm. It's the yin, the yang, the feminine, the masculine, the positive, the negative. It's the duality that manifests the 5 elements and the 10,000 things. It's like Alan Watts would teach, if everything was light or white, it would be nothing. If everything was black or dark, it would be nothing. You need the contrast to experience all the frequencies, all the energies, with our senses, our sensory perception. Obviously, there is that which is beyond the duality, beyond the light-dark, which is reality. But in this manifestation of the Tao, It's like the chessboard, the 64 squares, the 64 codes in the DNA. It takes that black and the white, the emptiness and the form, to manifest this imaginary world, this dream state. And yes, we're freeing ourselves from that state to be able to manifest New Earth. And then we choose exactly what we want to manifest. Right now, in the field, approximately 90% is unconscious. 90% of what's manifested is subconscious or unconscious. It is just part of the story, part of the code, part of the frequency, part of the program of the matrix, which is what we are transitioning through. We are grounding into the 3D matrix to manifest 5D and beyond. We're using the mind to get to the no mind, to reach the no mind, or we're using the form to reach the emptiness, to go into the void. Sometimes we use the external to get into the internal, and the internal to reach the external. We live in a paradox. Everyone's right, everyone's wrong. There is no debating. There is no us versus them. There is no separation, only in the matrix, only in the programming and the construct. But we use the construct, which we can also call the concepts, the conceptualization, to point to the truth, to point to the moon, to point to the great mystery. We use these words, these concepts, these constructs to symbolize, to realize, to make real that which is unknown and that which is unknowable. The great mystery, the source, the God consciousness. And as we burn from the fire within, that spark within, it is a type of death, a death to the old, a death to the false, a death to that which is not real. So it may be very painful for many of us, just like many deaths can be painful. As things break apart, rip apart, as we're breaking through the chrysalis, the cocoon, to manifest our light bodies, our angelic forms, rainbow body. I was talking to my brother because he's going through some very difficult times also, like many Lightworkers, that there was a movie we watched years ago called The Fountain with Hugh something or other, the guy that played Wolverine in the X-Men movies. I think it's Hugh Jackman or something. I'm not sure. I'm into that stuff, but it was a very good movie and very symbolic. And it was the movie where he was like in a bubble in space with a tree, meditating by a tree, and then he would go into different timelines, different lifetimes that he lived in this realm. And one of them, he was like a conquistador or something that was searching out the fountain of youth. At the end of the movie, there was a scene where he goes to I think they were like the Mayan tribe or the Aztec Incan, I'm not sure in the movie what tribe it was, but there was a shaman, medicine man, that touched him on the forehead, and it was like all the timelines merged, all the lifetimes, and it was like a supernova. It was a pretty amazing visual, whoever created it, it was like a rainbow body experience. It was like exploding out into the universe, uniting with all things. But it's just symbolic of this, what we're going through as we're merging all these timelines, all these lifetimes merging into the now, into this still point at the center of our being, the still white magnetic light at the center, what some people call 0 point or singularity. So as we compress into that singularity, that still point, it's like a star that's dying, it collapses. They say dying, I mean that's just symbolic too. Dying, death, meaning the final stage or the final moments before the transition, before what we could call the breakthrough, the lifting of the veil. And that's what we are going through now, to uplift all the collective as we reunite or reemerge with our highest self, our original blueprint. It is affecting the field, it is affecting the Akash of Gaia, the Gaia's consciousness, our consciousness, as they all merge into the one. And it can be a painful experience. The compression, the fire, no one said it was going to be easy. We know this, not that really helps knowing it, because you just have to go through it as we anchor in these codes into the earth. And depending on what happens on the 15th, we're in uncharted territories. The eagle will fly with the condor. I don't know if I will do it in this avatar, this vessel, or in the higher vessels. I'm not sure yet, but I'm going to do everything I can for this mission and to be able to fully manifest the light codes, the light body, the light frequency through this vessel with the assistance of the Ascended Masters, the guides, the angelic realm, all our ancestors, the Holy Spirit, the Heavenly Spirit, Divine Mother, Father, God. The 15th was also the Ascension of Virgin Mary. I know the Catholics call it Assumption. I call it the Ascension because it is when she ascended to return to the Heavenly Spirit. I use certain words for certain reasons. There's a reason why I use certain symbolism and certain words, so I understand. I look at the matrix from every angle, every view, and then I transmit as clear and as concise as humanly possible. So sometimes it may be interpreted in the wrong way because words are open to interpretation. So I get it, I understand. I know where you're all coming from. But this is not a debate, this is just a transmission. And anyone can believe whatever they want to believe, that is the free will. But sometimes the mind gets in the way to see the truth. So I just put out these concepts as a finger pointing to the moon. But it takes the consciousness or the individual to follow those words, follow those concepts, to look at the moon. Because it's like trying to explain what a lemon tastes like. I can explain all day, but until you taste it, you won't know. That's the experiential of spiritual practices and teachings. And that's what attracts Lightworkers to these more metaphysical concepts. And that's what attracted me to the different spiritual practices of Buddhism, Taoism, the Egyptian arts, Christian mysticism, all the practices, shamanism. It's all about experiencing the unknown, the unknowable, the higher realms, the higher frequencies, the alternate consciousness, the what people call altered consciousness, which takes us out of the prison of the mundane or the normal, what people call normal, ordinary, everyday, which there's sacredness in that too. But sometimes it can be like a prison that causes suffering. And we are here to free all humanity from suffering. So I'll stop rambling for now, ramble on. But as you know and I know, it is a mad, mad world. All around me are familiar faces, worn out places, worn out faces. Think it's kinda funny, I think it's kinda sad. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I ever had. What a disturbing movie, that Donnie Darko. That was a great tune, though. There's always that one line sometimes, the dreams in which I'm dying are the best I ever had. And why is that? Because that is true sometimes. Because death can be a powerful tool. It's one of the most powerful tools that we have because of the unknown aspect of it, the mystery of it, and the symbolism of it. Don Juan would teach Carlos Castaneda to use death as an advisor. He would say, death always follows a warrior over their left shoulder. If you look quick enough, you will see him. I'm going to tell a quick story. I guess my higher self wants to keep rambling here for a minute. I've never told this story before. Probably be the only time I ever tell it. I used to go to the woods every day to do my spiritual practices, my Kunlun practices. I would have a backpack with my Tibetan monk robes and a stool that was a perfect height for certain practices that I would sit on, and I'd have the maroon robes with a yellow vest and a maroon cloak or whatever you call it, robe, and I would do my practices. And one day I was doing deep in the vortex, death came to me. It was actually one of the most humorous experiences. I had like the deepest belly laugh. The death came to me as this chubby man with big cheeks, big rosy cheeks, kind of a silly clown looking being, and just kind of smiled at me, and I had the deepest belly laugh probably in my life. And it was, I think it was such a contrast, you know, the concept of the Grim Reaper with this dark, tall, menacing with the sickle, and I got this pudgy guy with rosy cheeks. And I laughed and laughed, and he was like, what do you think, death only has one form? This menacing, scary being. It's like, no, death can come in any form. So take my hand and let's walk over the threshold together. It was like, not yet. My mission is not complete, but very soon, my friend, very soon. So hang tough, brothers and sisters. We're at the final push, the final breakthrough. Try to stay in the heart center. Whatever you're feeling is there to pull you into that still center. And the closer you get, the deeper the compression might feel, or the explosion might feel. And that is the breakthrough point. That is where we break free of the chrysalis, of the cocoon, of the false 3D matrix. So keep going through and through and through. Ground, ground, ground. Smile, smile, smile. Open the heart. Let it expand out into the ends of the universe. As we connect and merge with all things, all timelines, into this one now still moment. Today's transmission, latest from Michael Love, the event, Major 5 DNA upgrade in process, strong Ascension symptoms being reported. Great one. Can you feel the powerful solar energies coming in right now? If everything seems a bit chaotic at the moment, it's due to powerful electromagnetic wave that is hitting the planet as we speak. Space weather agencies recorded an incredible solar wind impact 6 hours ago that slammed into the Earth at close to 800 kilometers a second, or nearly 1.5 million miles per hour. The Earth Alliance and the Earth Space Weather Agencies are monitoring heightened activity around the Sun as light forces continue modifying the frequency of the Sun's corona to bounce enough divine light here to fully wake up humanity. Intense pressure is being applied to the Earth's magnetic field over the last 48 hours, as you can see in red on the current geospace magnetosphere. Cut planes pressure graph on our space weather tools, and that's on 5D, 5DEarthProject.com. Starseeds around the globe are reeling from the effects of this massive solar wave hitting the Earth. These strong incoming solar winds contain central sun Akashic light data, which is composed of nano-sized magnetic ionized particles that strip right through the human body genome, clearing out all low vibrational energies, recoding DNA to a higher order. Planetary space weather forecasts show this inbound moderate plasma wave will continue impacting the planet over the next 48 hours. This cosmic light is changing everything it touches and is upgrading the Earth realm to a much higher and more advanced dimensional state. Starseeds all around the globe have been reporting moderate to strong ascension symptoms over the last 12 Earth hours. Here are some reported Ascension symptoms from this latest light influx: dull headache, pains in the crown chakra, irritated mood, elevated blood pressure, accelerated dehydration, third eye pressure, sinus aches, feeling spaced out and disoriented, tiredness, feeling overwhelmed, heightened family emotions, difficulty focusing or concentrating, sleep difficulty, and vivid dreams. These Ascension symptoms are the result of the natural DNA activation process that is occurring in this cosmos. There is no cause for serious concern as long as you hydrate, practice gentle self-care, avoid stress as much as possible, get some rest, sleep, and take it slow and easy until these light codes integrate into the body. You will feel super awesome, be more advanced, and much stronger when this is done, so hang in there. Other major Earth Alliance headlines: multiple 5D portals have opened in the skies of Earth over the last 2 days. Armadas of well-defined light ships have been detected moving through Earth's lower atmosphere over the last week. Global currency is tanking hard. Forecasters say this is the beginning of the end for the fiat debt dollar. The super rich of this world are waking up and have been selling corporate stocks like wild, investing in precious metals, and are stashing tons of cash just in case it all goes to hell, they say. 3D global chaos and the earth changes abound as 2 dimensions continue clashing. Let us know what you're experiencing from this latest solar photon light blast in the comments below this video. A major shift is occurring on Earth, Great Ones, and we are all here to experience and participate in it together. Stand by for a super DNA upgrade and massive world change over the coming days. It's amazing how much light you have taken in over the last few months. Look at how much you have changed. Be very proud for your achievements, Great One. Your mission on Earth is a grand success, and the Earth is being transformed into a new world thanks to you. Your job as a light warrior is to take in as much Akashic light into your body vessel as you can. Hold this light in the body cells and anchor it to the new Earth crystalline grid. Stay strong, do your inner work, and keep building up your inner light. Spend your days now in your great service to humanity. You are the light of the world and the bringer of a new day to Earth. Godspeed, great beings of light, Michael and the Earth Alliance. Sometimes as these waves come in, you may be taken to your knees. Put your body and your forehead to the earth and call on the ascended masters, the Holy Spirits, the angelic realms, to assist you through this great shift, through these portals. I know in the last couple days, especially when the Divine Goddess and the 2 crystal children, the 3 feathers, went on their voyage, on their mission, I've been pulled to my knees many times to honor and worship the Divine Goddess, the holy waters, the holy fire, as the eagle flies with the condor, the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine come together to break free, to break through all fields, all veils, all constructs, all prisons, all walls, all gates. Because we created those gates, we created the seals, we created the doorways, and we have the key within us to unlock all doors, to open all portals and all realms, to let the light flood in, to let the holy light, the Holy Spirit, enter all vessels, all fields. Put your hands and your crystals to your heart. I put my code, Christ code, into all crystals in this field, in this realm, to transmit. You can put the crystal to your third eye or to your heart center, whatever resonates with you, and just feel whatever is transmitted through that crystal, through the sacred gate, through the holy portal. Put your hands to your heart, or your crystal to your heart. Put your hands in prayer in front of your heart center. Kunzung la me jalung. Kunzung la me jalung. Kunzung la me jalung. Om bedra seto zamoya manu paliya bedra sato teno pa dista me bawa sato kayo me bawa satu kayo me bawa sarma siti me tayatsu sarma karma zitsu me citrum sirium kuru hung ha 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 ho bhagawan sarva darva gata bera mame mitsu benzore bawamaha samoya satu a. Allow the energies, the frequencies to flow through your meridians, through your nervous system, spiraling deeper and deeper into that still center at the center of your being, anchoring the deepest light, the deepest codes, the highest light, the highest codes, the highest frequencies, the highest resonance. Feel it now. Allow it to move through you. Allow yourself to feel whatever it is that you're feeling, and to let that feeling go, returning to source, returning to love, returning to truth. Now, when I speak of life is eternal, something else I need to clarify for consciousness. When I say life is eternal, by life, I mean love. By life, I mean chi, life force, energy. Energy is not created, nor can it be destroyed. Energy just is. Chi is. Presence is. I am that I am. Is being. Is the presence. Is the unborn mind of Buddha. And all things are perfectly resolved in that unborn, original mind. Today's next transmission from Laura Pleiadian. Fine-tuning your consciousness stream, your ascension. Observing, acknowledging, being aware of what flows through you as thoughts, as emotions, as habitual ways of being. Question the quiet background thoughts that pervade your awareness as uneasiness, as concern, as anything that is not harmonious with your divine self, with your pure childlike being, that which is your divinity. Your form, your thoughts, your emotions are not you. They are what goes through your awareness. If you do not like the feelings that flow through you, even now, if a small amount, let us prevail with full victory as the prevalent way of being that leads you to the glory of your awareness as your ascension mastery. This fine-tuning is part of the plan to purify those that are the first wave of beings, to transcend all normal levels of being and step out of the body or the box of comfort into the full knowing of only being, the eternal divine cosmic God self. Why settle for anything less, to be stuck in the 3D pattern of being a slave to the program or never-ending stress? The freedom of the mind alone is well worth this journey you have embraced. To be the one that knows only now exists as eternity itself. Let go of the fear that sets you back into the program of consciousness that is limitation and separation itself. Enter the cosmic being of full eternal knowing of the one that you forever are. This is the playing of the being in its purity that has no concern and only lives in the purity of now. You may wonder, how can you afford to do so? We say, if ascension is your intention, how can you afford not to? Turn your eyes towards heaven as above is below, and so you will see you are the divine being that lives eternally, only now. This access portal of now is through your heart. Those free of fear live only in the heart. Do you want to be free and experience what you truly are? With all blinders off, you live the glory of the acknowledged, glorified ones who have come and are present now to be as the ones that have arrived. We lead the way to the portals of the heart and initiate all those ready for this next step in their journey. Are you desiring your next level? Enter more deeply your heart, which is now, and let go of all else that impedes the awareness of the truth of what you are. The truth does not really set you free, or the The truth really does set you free. Trust the process. Trust the divine power that lives and breathes eternally and now is one. We are present with you, and we have never been away. Many of our light ships you see are glimpses through the portals of the levels that welcome you to the acknowledgement of what seemed previously unknown. So here we are, and so are you, delving deep into the consciousness stream of refining, purifying, opening up the heart to all there is and now. This is your ascension. We are the divine council of overseers, and we're with you in the beginning and now, and so it is. Accept the truth of what you are through your heart, and there we will be, not separated as the consciousness of 3D that appears to you a certain way, but in the eternal knowing of what is, what truly exists forevermore. There we are. In love we initiate you now. Feel within your heart this truth and the sensations of observing that confirm this to you now. We anoint you now in the glory that forever you are created to be. Feel this and accept this anointing within your heart. The cosmic God self that you embody then takes over as the miracle of purity, releasing you from all that has appeared to hold you back from the truth and full knowing of your eternal being that you are. In love we release all the strongholds of consciousness that acts as background noise to this awareness, blessing you now in the glory, light, and eternal love that we are forever. With you now. From Laura Pleiadian, the new divinehumanity.com. I had recently checked the views on my YouTube channel, and it had 1170711 views. That's the 117 and the 711, which has been coming through for many people. And the 77, the 1111, multiple codes within that one sequence. Today's kin number 25, Red Crystal Serpent. The daily affirmation, I dedicate in order to survive. Universalizing instinct, I seal the store of life force. With the crystal tone of cooperation, I am guided by the power of navigation. Thank you all for joining me today. Thank you for liking, commenting, and sharing these videos. Please subscribe to our channel. Also leave a comment below on what you're experiencing in these lion energies, these fiery energies. Thank you everyone that's sent in for the Starseed blueprint. You can find that on primedisclosure.com/blueprint. And thank you everyone that has joined us on the mission for the Healing Retreat Center in Ecuador. There may be another mission coming up after the 15th. I've been speaking with my guides, and there may be a catalyst for the eagle flying with the condor. I'm going to have to see what happens in the next few days. The Lion's Gate is coming up here in the next couple days. It is 1, 2, 3, 7. You can join us on raising funds for the Ecuador Healing Retreat Center and Sustainable Community with our CBD business. You can go to cbdpeaceoil.com and join us there. We'll put a link in the description below. So thank you for all that you do, for all life, all of humanity. Keep walking your path with heart, beloved beings of light. I love you all. Namaste.